Jolly, you out there?
With COVID knowing where their loved ones are.
This is downtown D.C., Don. D.C. will not go silently.
We have to be those people that say no. No.
Go ahead, Jolly. You have the floor.
We have to be the people when
What's
we see
going on?
federal agents or
What's that?
Guard.
You have the floor. What's going on?
All right, so I was just patrolling around D.C. to see if I see any of these jackboot federal thug agents out here harassing citizens, and I came across this protest in Dupont Circle, so I hopped in. We've been walking, I don't know, for a while now. We're just walking around D.C. spreading the message that Trump must go. D.C. will not be your proving ground for your fascist ideologies. D.C. will not be your proving ground so that you can then do this in New York and L.A. and Baltimore and Chicago. That's the message.
And is it building? Tell us about this rally. How far are they going and who organized it? Do you know?
I don't have a clue. I stumbled across it and I joined them. I do know that it must have been pre-planned. As you can see, we got pigs here and here and some more pigs up here that were already set up. So I think that they knew we were coming down this route. So they must have had this, I don't know, pre-planned, pre-authorized. We are in the streets. We shut the streets down. So it must be a what's that word? A permitted rally.
Yeah.
But I have no idea who it is.
Well, Jolly, as you know, the more people see things like this, usually that it sort of catches fire and they join in. And look, this just happened today. Probably not enough time for people to organize in large numbers. But the protests that happened in 2020, I'm not saying this is going to happen, right? Started small and then became organized. But this is the one thing that concerned me, is that if there are things like this, and you know what Donald Trump did, the protesters in front of the Capitol back in 2020, in front of the Capitol where he gassed them, there's concern that today that he told police officers to do whatever the hell they want. I'm concerned about these people out there exercising their right to free assembly.
Listen, I 100% agree with you. That is a constant threat. It becomes more of a threat as Donald Trump turns the, heat up on his fascist agenda. After his 10 a.m. press conference this morning where he said he's federalizing D.C. Metro Police, where he's releasing the National Guard, every one of us out here fully expect that the likelihood of us being gassed, of us being bear maced, of us being locked up is much higher than it has before. So let me deliver a message to MAGA, to Donald Trump, to any of you listening. I've been bear maced before. I've been tear gassed before. I've been locked up before. But if I may quote the late, great Fred Hampton, you can lock up a revolutionary. You cannot lock up a revolution.
That is my blue-eyed soul brother out there. Come on now, Jolly. Come on now. Jolly, what are these folks saying? Are they talking to you? What are they saying?
Yeah, I mean, the message that's being chanted is Trump must go now. They're saying danger, danger. There's a fascist in the White House. They're saying the ICE Gestapo must go now. That's essentially the message. Since I've joined the rally, a lot of people have recognized me from social media and stopped and talked to me. And the message with them has been the same. We live here. This is our city. This is D.C. We are not going to stand by silently while this fucking, what she call him, Cankles McTaco Tits, thinks he's going to take over.
That is from the great philosopher Jennifer Welch, Cankles McTaco Tits. If you're just joining us, we have our correspondent, our Washington, D.C. correspondent, our Capitol correspondent out there, senior Capitol correspondent, chief Capitol correspondent, Jolly, who is out there, Jolly Good Ginger, who's out on the streets of Washington, D.C. As you know, Donald Trump today signed an executive order and then ordered that the military be put on the streets of New York City, the National Guard, this Home Rule Act that he enacted in Washington, D.C. And now you have people who are upset by it, and they are gathering now and starting to protest. Jolly's out there speaking to the people, and you hear them out there chanting, against Donald Trump and what they believe is a fascist rule, a dictator rule, an authoritarian state that we are under right now. These people do have legal rights, Symone, and they need to be aware of them.
And just because the president is advising these cops to do these illegal things does not make it legal. It is still illegal to beat your behind just because they feel like it. So do not feel like you don't have any rights. You still have rights, and there are attorneys that will represent you and help you.
Because of the sun, I can't see the screen very well, so I don't know who just said that. But spot on, right on. Please remember that history one day will record these events. And I was following orders, didn't keep a single fucking Nazi out of jail. I was following orders, did not make your moral compass any straighter. I was following orders, did not make your actions any more moral. If you follow illegal orders, if you kidnap people off the streets, if you throw people in prisons away from their family, karma and history will remember you as unkindly as you deserve.
And you know what they say, karma is a biatch, and sometimes it calls cankles whatever.
McTaco tits.
Sometimes that does happen. Jolly, I'm glad you said that. By the way, that's Symone Redwine who is speaking. She is an attorney, and she is the host of Girl Is That Legal, the Girl Is That Legal show on YouTube. How long are these folks? Can you ask them how long will they stay out there?
Yeah, I can start to find one of the orange shirts. They seem to be the organizers. Do we know how long the protest is planned for? I'm not sure. Not sure? Yeah, so they're not sure either. I think they're just walking and getting people to join us from the street. Passers-by are just jumping in. This crowd's twice the size of what we started with, by the way. I mean, I literally...
Talk to that guy in the black shirt and the khakis? Short?
What's that?
Can you talk to that guy in the black shirt and khaki short?
Right here? Yeah, him and I were at the Veterans March together.
Wow.
You want me to grab him?
Yeah, sure.
Hey, brother. I'm on live with Don Lemon.
No shit.
Yeah, he's curious about your thoughts of everything happening.
Don Lemon?
How are you, sir?
Wow. Don, as a veteran, I served for 22 years, seeing Trump bring the Metro Police Department in and using them as a force to restrict the rights of the citizens of the District of Columbia is unacceptable, it's un-American, and it's anti-democracy. We need to be together and in the streets and making sure that everyone knows that this fascist... I was going to curse on CNN.
You're not on CNN.
I can't believe that he's not CNN anymore. He's independent media.
Oh, okay, wow. This is just an amazing opportunity. So thanks a lot for the opportunity to talk, man.
Absolutely, brother. But you can see, you saw how fired up he was.
Yes.
This is, people are not going to sit down quietly and say, oh well, federalizing your troops, I got to go to work tomorrow. They're not going to do it, dude. It's not going to. I don't think D.C. is going to go silently. We saw what happened in L.A. L.A.'s still out there fighting. L.A. has pushed back since day one. Let L.A. be your guiding light. D.C. won't go silently. Fuck these jackboot thugs. Every fucking one of them.
That is hilarious because someone said, this ain't CNN. I'm Don Lemon, and this ain't CNN. That should be my new motto.
That is hilarious. You might get sued, Don.
Someone said Lemonation is a movement, and I got to say, Jolly and Symone Redwine are part of that movement. This is what happens. We can turn on a dime here. Trump must go now. You see the banner. That is the importance, Jolly and Symone. If you guys can talk about the importance of independent media in this day and age.
It's literally all that we have left. Okay. The legacy media has been corrupted from various angles. We've seen it from, CBS and 60 Minutes and how basically they cowered to Trump when he was upset with their coverage of him versus Kamala. Then we saw it again with the cancellation of the Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Stephen Colbert. And we've seen he is in Trump, literally bullies and attacks the media when they're telling too much truth. So all that we have is independent media, guys. So that's why it's super important to buy a membership to this channel. To if you can afford to, gift memberships to others, be on various levels, buy the merch. This is what's going to keep the truth out there. Okay,
Thank you.
because they can't silence you here. Not only that, other media entities know that this is
Hey, I
where
appreciate it,
people
brother.
go for
Thank
the
you so much.
truth.
Yeah, right on. That's where people go for the truth. And again,
Yeah, and if I can, that's
hold on,
very
Jolly.
well put,
Hit the
Symone.
subscription button. Hold on, Jolly. Hit the subscription
Sorry, I can't hear
button.
nothing.
Also, hit the membership button as well. Become a member. It's very reasonable. That's how we stay viable. Jolly, sorry to cut you off. Go ahead, brother.
No, you're fine. I'm having trouble hearing anyway. But listen, what I was going to say to that is there's a reason that people are going primarily to social media for their news. We don't necessarily have the access that legacy media has. We don't have the money and resources legacy media has, but we have two things legacy media does not. I got my fucking morals intact, and I got the authenticity that makes me me. Every day we're watching. I heard somebody the other day mention, speaking of CNN, mention how CNN said XYZ, and that's the liberal media. You need to pay closer attention. CNN is bending the knee to Donald Trump. They are all bending the knee to Donald Trump. They're putting out false information. Matter of fact, they weren't even, that 10 a.m. press conference was a blip on the radar this morning, and they immediately switched the message to something else. When that's the biggest news in this nation, is that our sitting president is literally trying to federalize the DC Metro Police and take over a city. So the independent media, us, we are the ones that are staying on the story. We are the ones that are not afraid to get in the streets. We are the ones who are being our authentic self. You'll never have to ask yourself, where does Jolly stand on this issue? Because I'll tell you, and I don't give a fuck what you think about it. And that's the difference between us and legacy media.
Yeah, and the same thing. Someone said to me just yesterday, I love watching you because I know where I stand. I know where you stand. I know what you're about, and it is no fakery. When you tune into Don Lemon, you know what you're going to get. When you tune into Symone Redwine for a girl, is that legal? You know what you're going to get. When you tune into Jolly Good Ginger on social and on his YouTube channel, you know what you are going to get. That's why it's important for you to become a member and to support us. And by the way, I know it's loud for you out there, Jolly, and I'm screaming into the microphone. I'm sure people at home are in their cars are like, oh, Don, why are you talking so loud? But I want you to hear this. This was after that press conference wrapped up today, Jolly. You and I were live, and finally there was a question of import about the one thing that is about what I believe is Donald Trump's Achilles heel, and it came at the end, shouted, and they just ignore it. Watch this.
Oh my God.
Thank you all very much.
Madam Attorney General, the Justice Department appeal the Epstein decision today, Mr. President?
How long will the takeover of DC police last?
We'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll have another briefing.
We'll see the National
Okay,
Guard
so
on
they
this.
asked her about someone asked about the Epstein decision, the Epstein files, and you could hear, I don't know if it was members of the media or the administration going, oh.
Fascist takeover.
And
Yeah. And guess
at the
what?
end, it should have been the first question.
And guess what? The only ones talking about it, I guarantee, is us on social media. There's not a single legacy media outlet that's going to point out what you just pointed out.
Epstein. Donald Trump has Epstein derangement syndrome, and which is, I think, a big reason why he's acting this way and doing what he's doing, making the decisions that he's making, because he's trying to distract people away from the story that has his own base still turning against him in the moment. People are paying attention to what's happening in Washington. People are paying attention in Washington, D.C. about the takeover. People are paying attention to the tariffs, whatever, but not to the extent of the Epstein files. Everywhere I go. What about
Look
Epstein?
at this side. Look at this
What
side.
about Epstein? Go.
I'm going to look at this side.
Walk with us.
Can we see the side? Can we see the side? Hang on, wait for it. She got hung up. There it goes. Wait, it came off? All right, we'll wait for you because we were just talking about this. That's okay. We were just talking about this. Release the Epstein files.
This is a manufactured crisis to try to distract us from the Epstein files, but we're not going to be distracted. I am going to be on his shit like white on rice.
Okay, I told you people are not stupid, and this is where the people are, but you would not know that if you're watching mainstream media. This is where the people are. They're not dumb. They know that this is a distraction. She's amazing.
Yes,
And
she
the
is.
folks are out there. Okay,
Don says you're
Jolly.
amazing. He says you're amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jolly. Thank you, Symone.
Of course.
Jolly, you're the best. Keep up the great work. Our chief senior Washington Capitol correspondent. Jolly,
It gets a new word every day.
on the streets for us. Jolly, keep it safe. My blue-eyed soul brother, and I'm going to see you very soon. I appreciate it, okay? Thank
All right,
you
later,
much.
Don. See you.
Thanks everyone for watching. Your support means the world to us. So make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe to our channel to make sure that you never ever miss a video. We're live every day, 10 a.m. Eastern time. We drop even more content at 2 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. Eastern. And if you want more Don Lemon Show content, we'd love for you to become a member of the Lemon community, where you will receive access to special community posts. You'll get exclusive content and members-only live shows. So head over to our channel page or click the join button on this video. Again, thank you for watching. We appreciate your love and your support, and we will see you next time.